Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer II Battle Replay. So this one is such a close match. So I'm against Dark Elves, so I brought my usual sort of Dark Elf killing build. Right, so I've got my Hellblaster volley guns for just slaughtering expensive infantry. And then I've got the handgunners for shooting any lords. You know, my light wizard to use fast protection on stuff to put their melee defense up to pin stuff in place longer, while my artillery and guns kill everything. Also, Balthazar Gelt to work as a battery, so my light wizard has a lot more winds of magic to do his thing. Also, you know, Balthazar Gelt, I do have final transmutation on him actually, and what's it called? Is that Plague of Rust? Or no, it's not Plague of Rust. That's the other one. Transmutation of Lead. That's the one. So I can, you know, debuff and do a load of damage if he clumps up with a load of expensive things, if need be. It's more so I still have some spells if the Light Wizard, you know, outgrows his use or is killed somehow. So it's helpful. I do have the Light Wizard on a horse though, so he should be able to outrun things a bit. So that'd be nice. I also have two Reichsguard. Reichsguard I find are super useful in this matchup. They can plug up any gaps and, you know, they hit pretty damn hard. So against cheap infantry, they can do a lot of work. So that's nice. Or unbraced spearmen, you know, things like that. They can really, really get work done. And also they can defend really well. So this stuff has some good bodyguards, which is nice. My front line, flagellants for their unbreakableness, and just a load of spearmen for their melee defense. That's all I want in the front line. I don't need damage dealers in the front line. I just need them to not be killed. Or if they're getting killed, not to run away. In the case of the flagellants. So that's what I need, and that's what I brought. So my opponent actually has just like the perfect counter for this. It is rough. It's like he knew exactly what I'd bring. So here you can see he's got 2 harpies over here, and he has 3 harpies over here. So my artillery and guns are going to be in real trouble from all these harpies. Serious trouble. And if we look over here, bleak swords, dread spears, bleak swords, bleak swords, bleak swords. He has a K-Knight Assassin. There's no target here for my Hellblaster volley guns. He's got no expensive infantry of any kind. So I have no target for the Hellblasters. So suddenly that's 2,400 funds that aren't really going to pay for themselves easily. I mean, he does have some other units back here, but with all the harpies, I'm pretty sure he's hoping to shut down all of my artillery before I can shoot at any of this stuff. So he's got the Knights of the Ebon Claw, which are great. They don't rampage like other cold ones, so a lot more utility out of them, because they won't just immediately get stuck on spearmen and killed. You know, really good armor-piercing values, and alright charge bonus. I mean, not great speed for Cav, but it can outrun, you know, spearmen. So that's nice. Plenty of armor, so that's very scary. They're just very, very resilient, really good combat stats at 45 and 54. That's very formidable, so very scary. He's also got a Supreme Sorceress of Beasts, which is interesting. Very cool to see. Also, he has Cold One Dread Knights as well. These guys, again, really pack a punch. He's got Slaanesh's Harvesters that are just so quick, can just gobble up units like mad. Very prone to missile fire, mind you, but still very scary. And also, he's got Unit of Dark Shards, just for good measure, I suppose. So, very, very good build against what I brought. So, I'm going to have to work overtime on this one. So, moving up, just a bit, you know, just enough, getting some space between my units. And yeah, I guess I'm just waiting for him to move up. I don't really have many good targets, but I had obviously spotted his harpies. You know, seeing this, you're going to look around the map for his other units. So, you know, saw the harpies at least. So, I think I had to get one of my Hellblast bodyguns to shoot at these harpies in a second. I got some initial damage into the bleak swords, but it's so pointless. Oh, actually, it looks like I missed basically all those shots, which is pretty pathetic. Come on, guys, what are you playing at? Anyway, so here, I do actually get the Hellblaster volley gun, point this way, and for some reason I changed my mind, decided actually I want to soften up this front line. I don't know why, I should have just stuck shooting at these guys. But here, I actually have all of my handgunners facing this way, so that's fun. So they're all getting shot at, and I'm going to use an overcasted net of Ammontok on this unit. Unfortunately, though, it's only going to net 2 of them. This one manages to escape. Over on this side, I have Balthazar Gelt intercept one of the units. I've got all the guns firing in. The one that does land, I have the Reichsguard get rid of. So very handy. So Hellblaster volley guns still online. Here, my handgunners haven't really taken any damage yet, and I can charge with the Reichsguard. I've got these guns now shooting into here to get rid of these units. So I'm mopping up the harpies very quickly here with a combination of guns and Reichsguard, knowing that there's nothing really worth targeting in the front line with them. So I may as well fire over here. As you can see, this Hellblaster volley gun has really, really screwed over these bleak swords. So that's something. But now all the cavalry's coming in, and this is tough. So Balthazar Gelt's going to charge in to deal with these last harpies. And yep, they've shattered, so now I have a unit of Rights Guard free, so that's nice. But I've had to charge this unit of Rights Guard into here. They're going to receive a charge from basically everything, but I have no choice. So I use Fast Protection on them, try and keep them going a little longer. But this is some real elite stuff here, and once again, Harpies are coming in. And here the K-Knight Assassin actually charged through, and here we're going to see that horrible, weird bound spell that I can't remember the name of that chews through things really horribly. Here though, Spearmen, Word of Pain has been used on them, so they're barely going to hit a thing, which will let the Slaane's Harvesters actually chew through them pretty quickly. But more guns firing, so the Harpies are dealt with, but he's still got the Cold War Dread Knights running in, which is awful. My Rights Guard are really struggling in this fight. My front line's holding everything fine. I mean, I sent these Rights Guard in to try and deal with these Bleak Swords to free up a unit of Spearmen, because I knew I could get rid of the Bleak Swords fairly quickly. So I'm trying to do that. And here I've basically got all of the guns firing into the Cold War Dread Knights, but, you know, he's getting on top of them pretty quickly. So these guys have rampaged now, but the Light Wizard doesn't really want to be fighting this. Those unit Rights Guard are running away, and more Harpies are coming in again. So, bloody Harpies. So he's tying up a lot of my stuff. And here, Flock of Doom as well to help whittle away that front line. So I'm going to bring the Rights Guard back in a second. And luckily, I do actually have these handgunners free. So I can have them shooting into the back of these guys, which is nice. So that's good news. So I have a unit of handgunners free. But Hellblaster volley gun's gone here, Hellblaster volley gun's gone there. So no Hellblaster volley guns anymore. And as you can see, they only got a few shots off, but look how much damage they've done to all this expensive cavalry. So that's pretty great news. Supreme Sorceress now charging into these handgunners, stopping firing. So that's really annoying. These handgunners have been wrapped up. These Rights Guard managed to deal with the Harpies. And, you know, the handgunners are kind of escaping, but it's not looking great. So it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Over here, Balthazar Gelt charged in, trying to help with these Dread Spears. I was hoping I could break these quickly, but actually their leadership is basically max. This isn't good. And the Dark Shards are helping whittle away these guys. So that's not good. So here, I kind of needed Balthazar Gelt to just help here somehow. I needed to pin some of the stuff down. The Rights Guard here, they're still dealing with all these Harpies. And they are fighting Cold War Dread Knights. They don't really want to be fighting, especially with Pan's Impenetrable Pelt on them. They're going to resist a lot of the damage from the Rights Guard. And the Rights Guard don't have the best armor piercing anyway. So handgunners are coming back, so they're going to be coming back in and shooting at expensive units. So I think here actually I do have them. Nope, they broke already. Cool. So I have them start shooting at the cavalry straight away. So yeah, these Cold War Dread Knights can be a problem. And Balthazar Gelt, I just wanted him to hit and run, but Slaane's Harvesters managed to get on top of him, so he is suffering horribly. Luckily, I do these handgunners shooting point blank into some of this stuff, so that's good. So I'm getting some damage in, but this is not looking good for Gelt at all. So Flagellants managed to finish off those units, so they're going to charge in, try and help. Rights Guard, they managed to get another charge on the Knights of the Ebon Claw, so they're getting some good damage in. And these other Cold War Knights are taking a lot of Daka. So that's good news for me, but Gelt is nearly dead. Yeah, that's not looking great. But actually, he looks like, yeah, he has managed to slip through the Slaane's Harvesters. Slaane's Harvesters don't have a lot of mass, so he is able to get through on his Pegasus, just. So he's getting out of there. Thank God. Here I do have my Light Wizard and 7 Rights Guard coming back. These Rights Guard, they're still going, so they're getting some work done. These Cold War Dread Knights have been taken care of. The Bleak Swords I'm actually going to pull away so I can charge in again. More handgunner fire is going to help whittle these guys down. But over here, he's still got his Supreme Sorceress, he's still got his K-Knight Assassin. The Slaane's Harvesters are going to do a ton of damage to the Flagellants. This is looking really tough, and he's got more Harpies coming back. So this is iffy. Luckily though, you know, so got Arcane Conduit, so I'm still being able to get some more magic with Balthazar, so that's good news. And unfortunately here, Word of Pain on the Rights Guard is going to make them very ineffective, but I just need them to delay stuff at this point. So I'm getting some Spearmen back, but they're so injured. So I'm going to try and bring them back into the fold. These Dark Shards could demolish the Rights Guard. So here I actually use a net on the K-Knight Assassin, just to stop him charging all my stuff. And here it means the Supreme Sorceress is kind of on her own, which is good. So I get a nice charge with the Rights Guard. They still have Word of Pain on her, so I'm going to charge in with everything I can. Unfortunately, my handgunners being attacked by Slaane's Harvesters, that's not good. Flagellants, luckily, I have some Flagellants left, and they're managing to keep pace with the Dark Shards. So I'm going to get Gelt to jump down there and try and help as well. So that's something worthwhile. Trying to get the handgunners out, because Gelt is on the ground, he's trying to get me with Slaane's Harvesters, which is wise. If he can catch Gelt, he can take him out, and my army's gone. I mean, look at the balance of power right now. It is not looking good for me at all. So here, though, luckily, Supreme Sorceress has been dealt with, which is amazing. And with the death of the Supreme Sorceress, those Bleak Swords have kind of had enough. And I still have 40 handgunners here, and I still have 17 Rights Guard. And I did actually use fast protection on them, try and keep them in the fight a little longer. But see what I mean? Look at the bleak swords coming in. So here with the flagellants, and I have spearmen coming in as well. And unfortunately, the Knight Assassin has been shooting at Geld, so I had no choice, really, but to just get him in melee, because he's going to die up in the air otherwise. But with him jumping around, hopefully he'll miss a few shots. So here, you know, spearmen, trying to hold out against Tenacious Harvesters, but they're really good. They do a lot of damage, but they are going to take some damage in return from the spearmen. So here, I am able to break the Dark Shards. I managed to stop them firing long enough to get my armoured right guard into the fight before the Dark Shards could kill them all. Here, I've got a Light Wizard basically just keeping the Knight Assassin busy, because I'm so low on Winds of Magic at this point. There's not a lot else I can do. So, one unit handgun is still firing. This other unit is coming back, and we'll be able to start firing again. So, balance of power now, returning to normal, is returning to normal. So, here, I do actually leave the Rights Guard to fight the Dark Shards forever. Because the Dark Shards are the biggest threat to the Rights Guard here. Unfortunately, though, he fires at Gelt, and Gelt is going to break. Gelt is going to break here. He's still getting shot at. So that's not good. Not good at all. Do I still have a Light Wizard? No, no, no. So Arcane Conduit, but no spellcasters left. So that's atrocious. Spearman trying to keep the Knight Assassin busy. My Rights Guard are wavering, despite the fact they're just killing, you know, broken units. And here, Tenacious Harvesters are coming in, but I've already told my handgun to start shooting at them. They are crap at getting shot at by any range, to be honest. They just can't hold up against missiles. So I'm going to keep shooting at them. The Knight Assassin's still busy fighting flagellants. I have 4 flagellants, so I can keep him, you know, hopefully stuck there for 4 more turns. So Dark Shards still haven't managed to break. But anyway, so I pull the Spearman out, just let the flagellants hold them, knowing that there's sod all of them. So it'll allow my handgunners to fire in freely. So Rights Guard, they finally shattered the Dark Shards, so they can start heading back. Here, the last of the flagellants are gone, so I'm going to send Spearman in. Still shooting at the Knight Assassin, getting some really nice damage into him. And once again, balance of power has equalised. So now the Rights Guard are on their way back, and yeah, he's so injured, he is wavering. Under missile fire, that's going to debuff his leadership, and that's enough to break him. And boom, Pyrrhic victory. Despite fighting basically the perfect counter, I managed to keep it together. That was tough. That was really tough. If I'd had my, you know, handgunners a bit more clumped together, I would have lost. The fact that I had my units spaced, I think, was the only thing that kept me going. I was able to keep shooting at things that were fighting the things that I needed to be alive. So, you know, I was able to get damage in as he was damaging me. And that was the only way. It's just that war of attrition. I was just able to whittle away those expensive units. But my Rights Guard, absolute MVPs, 248 kills. They did a great job. Any time a unit had broken through and was nearly on top of my handgunners, or, you know, my artillery as well. I mean, they killed so many harpies. The Rights Guard just get in there and deal with them. It was great. I love the Rights Guard in this matchup. Unfortunately, I did have to sacrifice one just to delay that wave of cavalry, which is a real pity, but, you know, they did their bit. They did their bit. I had to delay them. But yeah, very tough fight. Very tough indeed. But one thing must be said. If you see this guy in ladder, yeah, be prepared for him to just be awful to you. I said good luck, have fun. He said you're not going to have fun. Come on, man. Like, what the hell? In the end, when I went to say GG, he said, you got effing lucky. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's a game. Relax. You know, be nice to people. It's just weird. So, bear that in mind. But it was such a great fight. Of course I'm going to cast it. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.